My father ruined my first time dressing like a slut.
Hey everyone, it's me, Lizzy Hoo. I'm a comedian, writer, and your friendly guide through life's funny, awkward, and downright please let the ground swallow me whole moments. So if you're looking for some perspective and, of course, a laugh, I'm a comedian. To help you feel better about the chaos of life, you're in the right place. This is The Lizzy Hoo Show. Hello and welcome to the Lizzy Hoo Show. My guest, I feel like she came in red hot. I loved this chat. It's with Bianka Ismailovski, who is a slashy in the best kind of way. She is a comedian, stand-up. Watch out for her show called The Bad Bitch Hotline. It's coming to a festival near you. She's a comedian. She's a stripper. She's a sex worker, life coach. I just love hearing her POV. She's got so much confidence. She hasn't always been that way. We talk a little bit about that. We talk really openly and honestly in this chat. We do talk about miscarriage. So if that's something that is sensitive to you, please maybe tune out or skip back in for the bigger situation at the end. But this is full of twists and turns that I had no idea were coming, and I lost my mind in this episode. It is amazing. I hope you enjoy it. Hello, Bianca. Welcome to the Lizzy Hoo Show. I'm so excited to see you.
It's really good to see you.
It's been so long. Because I miss you. I miss you on the socials.
Yeah, I quit Instagram. Can you believe it? Isn't
Your
that...
close friends was amazing.
I get so many messages from people saying Instagram's boring now. Come back.
I know.
Yeah.
It's you and Mel and the pig, and that was giving me life. And now I'm like, what do I do?
I know. I'm sorry. It's crazy though, because all of my friends keep messaging me to catch up with me because they don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah,
it's radical. It's like, wow, social media actually doesn't make you very social. It's pretty wild.
That is so true.
It's funny because like I don't take photos anymore. Like it's like the happiest I've been, the most well-rounded I've been, and no one knows about it unless I see them. You know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
Yeah.
There's no like gloating about it on socials.
So it's all for you.
It's Janet Jackson, all for you. Literally, it's all for you. Yeah, it's great.
That's cool.
Thank you.
That's a new future show, I think. All for you.
You heard it here first.
Yeah. We do get into a situation.
Oh, a situation?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Which is a shitty situation that people have found themselves in.
Yes.
And you came back with like 4?
I said, how many do you want?
Well, one like big one, which we'll do in a minute. But there was also one that you were like, oh, maybe this is a bit too sensitive. But I'm like, this is the one that I kind of want to touch on as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, for me, I'm like, whatever. We can talk about whatever.
I'm the same, but also I did talk about this in one of my shows.
Yes.
And I'm not ashamed of it.
No.
You know, I think maybe some people think it's a bit flippant because I'm making jokes about it, but people would cry, and because I think it can be triggering, and so I started being like, oh my God, like, am I not meant to talk about this publicly? But it is my experience.
It is your experience, and I also think it is a really common experience.
Exactly.
And I feel
not
like,
all of it.
Not all.
Not all of it.
Not all of it. But
yes.
Yes. It is a really common experience, and I think because it isn't talked about.
Yeah.
People, I don't know, keep it to themselves.
Bottled in, exactly.
Yeah. It is about a miscarriage.
So I had a miscarriage into a peanut butter jar, and I had to put it in the fridge.
That's the tea.
That's the tea.
Were you
young?
Young, okay. And were you like, married? Was this when you were married?
No, this was like when I lived in Perth.
Okay.
I was 22. Wow,
Yeah,
so
so
young. And, you know, this wouldn't have happened in Melbourne because it only could happen in Perth because there's just nothing to do in Perth. You know, what do you do in Perth aside from
I don't know, you tell me.
start a family or be racist? Okay. I don't know. Those are your options.
Work in the mines.
And I said I'll have a family. You know, work in the mines, do ice, get eaten by a shark, be racist, or start a family. Those are your options.
Or go to Bali.
Or go to Bali.
Yeah.
Specifically go to Bali. People from Perth, they're not going to, like, you know, they're not going to, I don't know, Gili Islands. They're going to Kuta.
Yeah.
Okay. So I felt pregnant and I was like, I'm keeping it.
Okay.
Right.
Whoa, imagine this sliding door.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And you know what? I really enjoyed being pregnant, okay? It was one of the most wholesome experiences of my life. Obviously, the morning sickness is horrible, but, you know, I had the What to Expect When You're Expecting book. Every week I would look and be like, oh, it's no longer a grape. It's now whatever comes next. But I was really into it. I was picking out names. We were looking for strollers. Like, it was real. We're telling people.
Yeah.
I was
And
pregnant.
your boyfriend at the time,
He was on board.
Yeah. Had you been together?
We'd been together for like 3 years at this point, maybe even closer to 4. So it was a solid amount of time.
That's a long time, yeah.
And it's also kind of crazy. I look back on it now, like just how naive and silly I was that I was like, well, I decided to go through with the pregnancy because I was like, well, I know I'll have his kid one day because obviously the person I'm with at 22 I'm going to marry and be with for the rest of my life. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine I would be
it's like
with a guy who had a front chip tooth, Bianca.
Lizzy, thank God you got out of there. And you know, the thing is,
everyone think about their 22-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah, like my mom recently, like a year ago, so this is recent, she tells me about him because he has got married and he has got kids and he is happy and I'm so happy for him and I love that for him. But I don't use Facebook. I don't know what he's up to. And my mum decides to like show me his Facebook, which is fine. And this guy's active on Facebook. This is a guy my age, Facebooking like a boomer, checking in to places. He's checking into locations. He's making albums of one holiday. I was like, that would have been me. I would be a Facebook mom.
Oh,
you know what I mean? I would have been a Facebook mom if I'd stayed with him. Thank God I got out of there. Yeah. So I think the universe was sort of looking upon me going, girl, no, this is not for you. Yeah. And thank God, because I don't want to be a mother. And I think it was just social conditioning that told me that's what you're going to be when you grow up. So thank God. And honestly, I borderline abused my baby born. So I shouldn't be a mother. I'm going to be honest. You know, I don't know if it's a user error or manufacturing issue, but I fed the baby born so much that the food got stuck in its mouth and it started to rot from the inside. I don't know if you had that doll, but
I had a PJ Sparkle, which was...
What off-brand doll is that, Lizzy? PJ Sparkle. Okay, I know there's an age difference between us, but...
Do you remember anyone remember the PJ Sparkle?
Cabbage Patch doll, yes. Yeah. Baby born, yes. PJ Sparkle. I don't know what that is.
In the early 90s, it was what me and my cousin got one. Like we begged our parents to get this PJ Sparkle and you fed it and then it pooed.
Okay, well, baby born pissed. Like you would feed her and it would pee.
Okay.
Piss is a bit nicer than shit. I don't know. Yeah.
It is actually
and isn't it crazy that that's what they're giving us?
I know.
My brother was playing with Lego. They were like, you can be anything. You can create something.
You can be an engineer.
And then for me, they were like, how would you like to experience the crippling weight of parenthood? And I said, sign me up, please. Can't wait. Yeah, literally. I had a papoose. I could put the baby born in a fucking papoose and walk around the shopping centre. It's insane. It's actually insane that this is what I begged my mum for at age 8, right? But yeah, the baby born, it started to rot. And do you know what I did with it? I wrapped its head in a blanket and shoved its rotted corpse under my bed where I went to sleep on top of that thing for like 9 months and never lost a wink of sleep. So
baby born is haunting.
I don't think I should have been a mother. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's very obvious that I'm not maternal.
Yeah. That wasn't not the most caring thing to do. Oh, we'll just shove it under the bed.
Just the head too. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's brutal. So yeah, but yeah, I'm 22. Yeah. I'm pregnant. I get to my second trimester. So I second trimester, and that's when I found out that the pregnancy was they were like, it looks like either you've got the dates wrong or the pregnancy has terminated because some level. I don't know. So I had to, go have the ultrasound, and it was the most devastating thing that has ever happened to me. Hands down. I had been so
excited.
So excited.
You're in love.
I was in love. And I just remember getting the ultrasound, and they would not show me the screen, but my boyfriend was in the room, and the guy doing it said, I've got to go get someone else to check.
Oh, that's the worst.
And isn't that I was like,
I've got to go get someone else. They need a secret button or something. That's
they just
come in.
Tell me you've got to go shit yourself.
Yeah.
Or just anything.
Yeah.
And he left the room, and I just remember my boyfriend going, it's definitely gone. And I was like, how do you know? And he said, because I don't see the heartbeat. Last time we could see the heartbeat. And I was like, and I really thought it was like the end of days. It was really, really devastating.
Yeah.
There is honestly, miscarriage is really, really horrible.
Especially that far
in.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I want to say about the medical system, because I'm 22. I'm a baby. I've just had this devastating news. And they basically said to me, well, now you'll pass it. So you'll probably get some cramps.
Just like your period.
You'll just like your period. You'll have some cramps. And probably in the next week or two, if it gets really bad, if the cramps are really bad, you're welcome to go, to hospital, but you should be fine. It was not fine. Okay. I literally had a mini labor. Like I was having contractions for hours. My water broke. I actually did get rushed to hospital. It was so horrific. So that in and of itself was so traumatizing, and also enough for me to go, Jesus Christ. Motherhood, childbirth cannot do that.
Yeah.
The contractions alone, terrifying. I don't know how anyone does it. Especially without pain relief. That I'm going to forgo the pain relief.
Yeah.
What? For who?
Oh, I think often it gets to the point where they're like, it's too late. They ask for it. That's happened to my friends.
They're like, sorry, toots.
You passed it.
You passed
the point.
Yeah.
Like, no.
I do not need to be Wonder Woman. You know what I mean? Give me all the drugs that you can. Thank you. But
cut it out.
Rip it out of me.
Not that I'm having children, but that would be the way.
So I get to the hospital, and they do an examination, and they go, okay, so yes, your waters did break, but it's still with you. It's still in there. So you're going to have to be booked in for a D&C to have it removed, but we can't get you in for a few days. So just go home and take it easy. Oh, and if anything comes out in the meantime, grab it. I'm like, okay, grab it, like what? And the next day I'm at home and I'm baking cookies because there really is nothing to do in Perth. And as I'm in the kitchen, I just feel this pressure, and I go, oh, I think this is it. And I waddle to the toilet and I grab the empty peanut butter jar that I had put next to the toilet for this exact purpose.
Crunchy or smooth?
No, it was smooth. I'm glad that you asked that, Lizzy, because I think it would be disrespectful to put it in a crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I part my legs and I watch as my baby's fetus falls into the jar.
Wow.
It was horrific. Like it was horrific. It burnt in my memory. I'm looking at it. What the fuck do I do? I'm home alone. So naturally I did what any smart person would do. I put it in the fridge.
Yeah. Perth's hot.
Perth is hot.
Perth's hot.
And it was like around Christmas time. So it's Perth summer. You can't leave that out.
Yeah.
But I did put a note on it. And the note said, dead baby fetus.
Some weird museum.
Do not eat.
In case you were planning to.
Listen, we are Croatian. We're Croatian. There are some strange things in that fridge. God knows someone might see that and think, I don't know, it's some type of fig or something. I don't know. And then we buried it in the backyard where it still remains to this day. So that's the time that I put
That is a wild story.
That's crazy, isn't it?
It is. I'm really glad we talked about it, though, because I feel like, miscarriage doesn't get talked about enough and it's kind of bottled up.
It's put the lid on that one and let it go. Yeah. I mean, like it is really devastating, and I can look back on it now and be like, Oh, I think
don't
because they were like,
understand.
we might run tests on it.
Okay.
But I think I took it in there and
Oh,
they were like,
no.
we don't want that. They were like, why would we want that? And I was like, wait, what do you mean? I'm bringing it here on ice for you. And they were like, no, we don't. Like, they were like, we're
Put it
good.
on ice in like a little lunch
Bringing my
bag.
cool bag to the clinic. Hey, so I was like, guys, I know it says to not eat, so don't eat it. But they were
Run
like,
the
no,
test?
they said,
Well,
we
no.
don't want it. They said, that's yours to keep. I said, oh, thank you so much.
that is brutal.
So we had a little ceremony and put it in the backyard. But you know what? In hindsight, it is a blessing because one, I don't want to have kids. And also I was going to name it Mackenzie.
Okay.
And I just don't think that really aligns with me right now.
No.
You know what I mean? Like it does. It's who I was at 22.
Yeah,
And
that's a Facebook mum.
That's a Facebook mum. Period. I was under that influence. So yeah, I'm glad.
How long did it take you to get over that though?
You know what?
Or do you reckon you like blocked it a bit?
I think I blocked it a bit. I don't think I realized the gravity of the situation. But to be fair, it happening did have a massive effect on me because a few months later I moved to Melbourne because I realized I was just about to sign my life away, commit to this person, and I've kind of been given a second wing, and it made me realize a second chicken wing, okay, a second wind. And I kind of realized like, oh, I don't need to settle for that life right now.
Yeah.
And so I picked up my life and moved to Melbourne, which I thought would be like 3 months. But it's now been, 12 years.
Amazing.
And I've got to completely change my life.
Yeah.
So
For the better.
for the better, yeah.
Huge turning point.
Yeah, and now I have an IUD in place so that I don't have to defecate any peanut butter jars moving forward.
Thank goodness.
Thank God.
I'm never going to look at a peanut butter jar the same.
Yeah, I do apologize for that. But you've still got crunchy.
I do.
Yeah.
I still have crunchy. Thank you. I feel like we're getting 2 situations for the price of one.
Yeah, hell yeah. Let's do it.
But this is we're going to go into your main
This is my main
situation.
main situation.
Thank you so much. Can you give me like the 1-line synopsis?
Okay,
please?
so this is the story about the time that my father ruined my first time dressing like a slut, which is every girl's right. That's a rite of passage to have a time dressing in your, slutty little outfit for a dress-up party.
Yeah.
And that got ruined
By your dad.
by my dad.
How old were you?
Now that's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
So listen, as far back as I can remember, I did always want to be a whore, and like I achieved my dreams. So thank God.
She's doing it.
I think from a young age, I think it was actually from playing Cluedo because of Miss Scarlett. I think I was just so taken with her and she was really giving like whore energy. So that's who I wanted to be. And thankfully at the ripe old age of 9, I was given this opportunity to wear such an inappropriate outfit for a fancy dress party, like that I'm attending with my family.
Is it a birthday party?
It was a New Year's Eve party, right? And not just any New Year's Eve, Lizzie. New Year's Eve 99.
Oh,
it's the big one, baby.
Big one.
Yeah, it's the big, this is just the biggest thing that we're going to live through, right? And it was like an end of era party. So everyone, you had to come.
I was in a spa.
Oh.
Yeah, with my 15-year-old boyfriend. We were at someone's house in a spa.
Oh,
trying to
okay.
drink booze on the sly.
Wow.
I just had a flashback. I was like,
Y2K.
what was I? Y2K. Yeah, I was in a spa at someone's house in Carindale, which is a deep cut Brisbane reference.
Gorge.
With my 15-year-old boyfriend at the time. Okay.
Okay.
90, it's New Year's.
Yeah, and
99.
the theme of the party is end of era. So you come from an era of the previous century.
Okay.
And I chose flapper.
Yeah.
Which is obviously code for slut, let's be
Yeah.
real. And the outfit
50s?
was, like 20s, 1920s. Like it's
20s.
It's inappropriate. Like it's a mini dress, it's heels. I got my first, pearl necklace. I'm wearing a feather boa. I even had the stick cigarette thing.
Yes.
Right? Like it's crazily inappropriate
9-year-old
for
Bianca
9, right?
is
But I'm
killing it.
excited because my mum's allowing this to occur and I'm sitting there thinking, how is she not cottoned on that this is crazy? But okay.
But your mom seems like such a...
She's cool.
Yeah, she's a cool mom.
I don't know if this is cool. I think this is bad parenting, quite frankly. But you know what?
What's her name?
Marie.
Marie, we love you.
We love you, Marie. But yeah, so I'm just really excited. This is, I've been planning this outfit for weeks because, I was always the center of attention on stage, spotlight. So, you give me this outfit, I'm going to get this outfit sorted. So I'm really excited. And then something happened that day that sort of, threatens me getting to wear the outfit. And it was my dad. I don't know if you want to take a guess as to what he did.
Did he get in the way? Was he like, no, you can't wear that?
Crazy.
Did he lose the dress?
Oh, that's a good one.
Did he?
Well, so what he did was he died.
Oh, on New Year's Eve, 1999.
Of all the fucking days.
He died on New Year's Eve.
He died on New Year's Eve. Can you imagine? You couldn't hold on for one more day to see a whole new millennium. It's the most embarrassing day to die. It's the most embarrassing.
We're going to party like it's 1999.
And
he's like, no, we're not.
I'm actually good on that. I don't need to do that. He's like, I liked this millennium, so I'm going to stay in this one. Yeah. So isn't that crazy?
That is really auspicious.
It's really weird to finish a millennium with a dad and start it without one. It was really like a line in the sand.
This is your Y2K.
That's the Y2K.
Yeah.
It really is the most crazy way. Like it's the most extreme way to avoid the Y2K bug.
How did he die?
So that's a great question. For context, my dad was a famous Croatian pop star. Okay, my dad was in Eurovision. What? He lost to Celine Dion, which I think is fair.
This is actually like fucking crazy. You're joking. Your dad was a famous Croatian pop star.
Yeah,
and he went to Eurovision.
He was in Eurovision for Croatia.
What year?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, whatever year Celine Dion won, I guess. It was definitely in the 80s, so like peak Eurovision, right? Eurovision. Because it's like the 80s, yeah. But
and he lost to Celine. I mean,
everyone should lose to Celine.
Yes.
That's point blank period. So isn't that, repping it for 1988.
99.
Yeah, well, my mum was Miss Yugoslavia and then my dad's pop star. Yeah, so it's obvious why I am like this. Oh, they met because my mum was touring for the Miss Yugoslavia thing and he was touring for his band. He was in Australia, she was over in Yugoslavia. And my grandma met my dad at one of his shows and she said, my daughter is so beautiful, you must meet her. Because that's what Croatian mothers do. They try to palm their daughters off to anyone they can. And my dad was like, yeah. Well, when I'm in Croatia, tell her to hit me up. And my mum said, I'm not going to go see this guy. But my mum's cousin was like, no, they're my favorite band. We have to go. And so my mum went and she saw him and she said, that's the man I'm going to marry. And 3 weeks later, he proposed.
Whoa.
And here's what's really cute. I think I always love this story. Aww. Is that they were married. They were together probably 9 years at this point. Oh, 9 months at this point. And my mum had been on the front page of Arena magazine for being Miss Yugoslavia, and like she looked so gorgeous. And my dad found it in his house and he was like, oh my God, Marie, when I got this issue, I said to my friends, this is the kind of woman I want to marry. And I didn't even realize I did marry her.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Manifested.
It's such a cute love story, but I love to remind people that even they got divorced. Okay. So like, you can have the most beautiful love story, this big worldwide romance, and still it can end in divorce.
Yeah.
So period. That's to bring it back to, he was a famous Croatian pop star. There was a war in Yugoslavia when we were born and my mum said, I'm not staying in Croatia because there's a war.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to Australia. And my dad said, well, I'm kind of famous.
Oh.
So I'm going to stay here. And so he stayed in Croatia, which I don't blame him. I mean, do what you got to do, get the bag. But so I didn't grow up with a father figure in Australia.
Your mum took you?
She took us.
Oh, to Perth.
And he stayed, so she's in Perth and dad's still
How
in
old
Croatia. Well, I was 9 months when we moved to Perth. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was a little baby.
You would have no recollection of him.
No, I don't. I mean, I saw, I would see him every year. And my mum, she's, she would always like have a photo of him next to our beds. We'd have to kiss him goodnight and he'd call all the time and we would see him once a year. But like as far as having like a dad, because I know you have a really close relationship with your dad.
Yes.
That is so alien to me, you know, like just would go to school and my friends would be like, my dad's picking me up from school. And I'd be like, what? the hell? Like he's around? Like they've just always been so surplus to requirement from my life. If I'm being honest,
I reckon a lot of single mums would agree with you.
Yeah, right. In fact, they're detriment a lot of the time. So I didn't like grow up like he wasn't so in our lives, but he was in our lives. And obviously I loved him, but it was very different. And so he actually got diagnosed with cancer. And 3 months, like September is when we went back to Croatia to sort of say our final goodbyes and spend time with him. So when I was like 9, and that was hard. Saying goodbye to him for the last time, knowing I'm never going to see him again, that's rough.
For a 9-year-old.
For a 9-year-old, that's
big,
rough.
Big issues, big things to think about.
And then also looking at it back now, because we just went to Croatia and we just went to his apartment and it was really quite emotional because I hadn't been back for like 27 years. And just seeing the couch and being like, oh, that is where I saw him for the last time is kind of crazy.
Same?
It is the same. Yeah, because my auntie moved into the apartment. So
she hasn't changed.
She hasn't changed a lot. Yeah. So it's really weird. But I think, oh my God, for him it must have been so hard as well because he had to say goodbye to his kids that he wasn't around to raise anyway. But not a big deal. But so
let's talk about my dress.
But that's to bring it back to that day, right? So I'm all excited. Mum goes to make the phone call to Croatia to see how he's doing. And I see her walking back and I just went, oh.
On New Year's Eve.
I could just tell. I was like, he's carked it. And the first thought that went through my head was, this better not get in the way of me dressing like a whore tonight. I'll tell you that much for free. So not only is that what I'm concerned about, I'm also trying not to be too sad because I think if we are too sad, we're not going to go to the party, right? So let's try to keep things a bit lively. You know, my brother's crying.
Energy
I'm like, get over it. You know, like
we said our goodbyes
you barely
months
knew
ago.
The guy, come on. He was mid. What are you worried about? And so I was, and my mum, like it's so funny because years later, my mum, she said, I always thought it was really weird because you didn't cry when your dad died. And I was like, well, first of all, I had more important things to think about at the time. But also, second of all, how upset were you? Because we went to the party. That's what I would like. And what is also really crazy about it is we got the call in the afternoon. It's not like he died at 8 a.m. and we were like, well, we're definitely not going tonight. And then throughout the day we thought, no, he would want us to go. No, it was literally like 4 p.m. We've got to be at the party at like maybe 7. Yeah. We get the call and we're like, all right, well, I guess that's it.
I'm dressed.
I'm like, an appropriate response to this is fancy dress, apparently. It was one for the ages.
Your brother cried.
Yeah.
But then he got himself together.
He got himself together.
Because you two were probably like.
Because, well, he dressed like a little gangster. So he was how inappropriate is that? He's dressed like a gangster. I'm dressed like a whore. And off we go, being like,
And what's your mum dressed as? Do you remember?
I don't remember. I think she was doing a bit of a hippie thing.
Okay.
Kind of a peace and love. We don't care who dies sort of vibe, I guess. And, we had a really good party. But it is funny. I look back, like now, people always say to me, you know, because I do sex work or, you know, I'm a stripper and they're like, oh, you're such a fatherless whore. And I'm like, yeah, actually established December 31st, 1999, baby. Okay. I've been repping it for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you have done it differently? I feel like this is your style. This is your mom. This is your family. It's like, we'll go to the party.
Of course you're going to go to I mean, that's the other thing. He picked that day to go, you know. Selfishly, which, by the way, for every new year after that, my mum would sit and watch his film clips on New Year's Eve. And I think for like 10 years she would do it. And I said, Mum, you know, you got to go and live your life. Let's take it back to 1999. Remember that? Where's that, Marie? Let's go out. Take a load off. Go party. So, it's kind of weird. It does put a bit of a damper on the whole day. But that first one was bloody a banger.
And then do you remember the next day being like, oh, whoa, we have to deal with
I remember, like, so we went to the party. And my stepdad came home at like 4:30 in the morning, drunk, and he was like, we have to get up and go look at the sunrise, because we were staying at a like beach house. And he's like, we're going to climb the sand dune and go look at the sunrise. And I was like, can you shut the fuck up? I don't want to get out of bed and go look at a sunrise. And my brother was like, no, I'm not doing it. But I said, all right, I'll do it. And so I climbed this sand dune, and I remember sitting there and seeing the sun come up. And that's when it kind of dawned on me. I was like, oh, this is the first day of me really not having a dad. Like, he really is gone. So I think it was sort of a bit of a hangover of sorts. And yeah, but I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
I know you didn't grow up with him, but you saw him.
Yeah.
Do you miss him?
Yes.
Because like you miss the figure, but I mean, he wasn't part of your life.
I don't know.
Like,
it's kind
wasn't
of
day to day.
Yeah. We went back to Croatia, as I said, this year, and I saw that side of my family, who, as I said, I haven't seen for like 27 years.
How was that?
Oh, it was amazing. It was
Did
so
they
amazing.
were just like,
yeah, and it was just
yeah.
like, it was like me realizing, I'm like, oh my God, there's like a whole half of my life that I have not been a part of, really. But it was interesting hearing stories about him, because, you know, my mum tells me stories about him, but I am maybe somewhat jaded as like, you know, as like a feminist. I'm like, yeah, but, you know, he did not give you a single dime after you left, and you were a single mom having to do this all by yourself. And, you know, like, you know, I kind of, it's mixed emotions from like a fatherhood sort of thing, because it's just like every man that's like, yeah, I want to have kids because I care about my legacy, but I don't want to raise them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like I have like mixed feelings about that. But then hearing, you know, the other side of the family and just like telling stories about him, I'm like, oh yeah, like he was really fun, and you know, he's very musically gifted, which I owe him a lot of my talent.
Yeah.
Because of him. And yeah, and also, you know what? 3 times a year, I cash a royalty check. So I do. I am grateful.
Royalties?
Yeah, I get royalties paid.
I really?
Yeah, I get royalties.
What was the band?
Okay, so the band is called Srebrna Krila, which means silver wings.
Silver Wings.
And yeah, he was in that band for a long time. In fact, I have song credits because me and my brother helped him write a song. So on Spotify, I literally have song credits.
Whoa.
Yeah, so I'm multi-talented. Let's say that.
This is great. I am blown away.
Yeah, but they have a Christmas song, and that.
Oh, that's the one.
That's the one. Yeah.
Is it like Croatia's Mariah song?
It is. It literally is, because anytime we would say to people, I'm like, oh, do you know the band's from the Krila? They're like, yeah. And I go, oh, Bozic dolazi. They're like, yes, this song. They love it.
Oh.
I've gotten, like, if I get in a cab or if I meet someone in Australia and they say they're Croatian and I say, oh, do you know this band? They lose their minds.
Really?
Because they were a huge part of a lot of people's, like, their parents would listen to it. Yeah. It's pretty crazy.
Royalty.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
But only in Croatia.
So with Croatia, do you think you'll go back more and more?
Yes.
Did that really like?
It really did make me go, oh my God, like it was just nice to be back where I'm from. And also it is nice to have this real pride about Croatia, which we did bring up with my cousins, and we were saying, oh, we're so proud to be Croatian. And they were like, it's great you have that memory of it because you did leave before the war. And so many people here feel a bit differently, or they're a bit jaded or whatever. It was tough for them, but we kind of like pieced out, and then we come back and we're like, wow, it's really beautiful here.
I love the water. So blue.
So blue. So gorgeous. Love it. Yeah. So no, it is really nice, and I am very proud to be Croatian.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Oh, well, Bianka, that was an incredible story. Where can people find you? Not on socials.
Yes. Okay. Let's not on socials.
Do you do a newsletter?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can follow me on Instagram, because I will be posting when I'm doing a show.
Yeah, your profile's still there.
So yeah, the profile's still there, and you can go back and look at my content if you like. But Substack is where I'm doing my weekly newsletter.
What's it called?
It's called the Bad Bitch Hotline.
Oh, of course.
Of course. But you can also just look up my name and it will come up. And also you can look at me. Look at www.badbitchhotline.com. That's right. She has a webpage. That's right.
Done.
And I'll be doing shows in the Melbourne Comedy Festival, and then hopefully other festivals, but I haven't got there yet.
Just Google.
Just Google, babe.
Yeah.
Google it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you. I loved it.
I really appreciate it. You're awesome. So glad to spend time with you.
Thank you.